Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, November 1. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced a 9-member enterprise team that will oversee the divestment of the Riverton landfill. The team is chaired by Littleton Shirley, with Dr. Milton Clark serving as deputy chair. Other members include representatives from NEPA, the NSWMA, the Ministries of Finance and Science and Technology, as well as the Development Bank of Jamaica. Mr. Holness says the enterprise team will also manage the process of establishing a waste-to-energy system and the contracting out of solid waste collection and management on the island. The Prime Minister says the team forms part of government's drive to transform the public sector to concentrate on its role as a regulator, legislator and policymaker. As a result, Riverton's current operator, the National Solid Waste Management Authority, will focus its efforts on preserving the environment, increasing public awareness, and using technology to generate wealth.
This process doesn't mean that the jobs that are involved in the waste collection and waste management, that will be affected. In fact, what is likely to happen is that you will now create a more organized industry. You would be creating more employment around waste, solid waste collection and waste management. So in effect, this move will be better for everybody.
So far, 30 companies have expressed interest to either bid on the waste-to-energy program or to collect solid waste or both. Prime Minister Holness, meanwhile, announced that the World Bank has agreed to sponsor a feasibility study that will help develop a policy and give government a comprehensive idea of the amount, type and capacity of waste to generate energy. The study, which will also support the work of the enterprise team, will start in November and last for 4 months.
Ultimately, this project will ensure that solid waste is not the end of the consumption cycle, but rather it becomes an input into another cycle of production, which gives solid waste some value. So then, because it would now have economic value, how people treat with it might be different.
The Prime Minister was addressing a press conference on Monday. Still on waste management, the local government ministry will be undertaking a number of initiatives to promote proper garbage disposal on the island. Minister Desmond McKenzie says that will include a comprehensive public education campaign and the initiation of town hall meetings across the country. A cabinet submission is also to be made for an increase in fines for improper garbage disposal in public spaces.
We will try our best to respond in a very positive way, in a meaningful way, to the various concerns, but we need the buy-in of the country as we try to deal with this problem.
Minister McKenzie says 17 garbage trucks are to be added to the collection system by the end of February next year. Plans are also in place to contract 41 private trucks to assist with garbage collection across the island. In other news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says government intends to make land ownership easier by simplifying the subdivision application process. Subdivision is the process of dividing a parcel of land into a number of lots and obtaining individual titles. Concerns have been raised that the approval process is made more challenging by the need to have the application reviewed by a number of agencies.
The government is seized of the issues at hand, and they are not simple issues. They are not simple issues, but we will move with speed and alacrity.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking on Friday at the 88th Annual Dinner and Awards of the Land Surveyors Association of Jamaica. On Thursday, Mr. Holness signed off on a cabinet submission to consolidate the approvals process. Positive is how Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett is describing the outlook for the winter tourist season. Though the official figures have not been received, Mr. Bartlett says bookings for the season, which starts mid-December, are strong. More than 1.5 million visitors came to the island during the last winter tourist season.
I can just whet your appetite by saying that this winter is going to be a record arrival for visitors in Jamaica.
Mr. Bartlett was speaking at the recent launch of the Tourism Outlook Seminar. The 2016 seminar will be held from December 6 to 8 at the Montego Bay Convention Center in St. James. Several local, regional and international tourism stakeholders will gather at the seminar to share ideas, examine best practices and discuss strategies for advancing Caribbean tourism. And finally, the National Security Ministry is inviting persons living and working in New Kingston to a town hall meeting. The meeting is slated for 6 p.m. this Thursday, November 3 at the Somerset Suite, Courtly Hotel on Knutsford Boulevard. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thank you for watching.